guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So today I wanted to go ahead and create this look with you guys. I really wanted to do something outside of my box and go with a color that I'm very uncomfortable with. Blue is my color of choice that I don't like to put on myself. I do have very deep to bright eyes depending on what mood they're in. Today they are on the deeper side. Me having blue eyes, I tend not to like to use blue eyeshadows on myself, but this is the look that I did come up with. I found a palette. This is the Cara Beauty Beach Days palette, and there's a glitter in there, which is right here. This is what it looks like on my hand. I knew I wanted to play with, but the problem is it's a mostly blue glitter. It was very difficult to talk myself into being able to do a blue look. However, I kind of like the way it turned out. Kind of like it. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and show you how I created it. And then at the end I am going to put false lashes on both. I just figured it might be a little bit easier to work without them right now. We're a bit closer, you're going to be able to see everything that I'm doing. You can see the look a little bit better. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. To start, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes using the ABH eye primer. For this, I only want the smallest amount, just like that, just a small little dot. And I'm going to use my finger to go ahead and do this. My finger is just colored blue, it's fine. And I am just going to blend this in through my whole entire eyelid, keeping that color saturation mostly towards the bottom half. Okay, so that is what the eye being primed is looking like. And now I'm just going to go ahead and set it. And I am just going to use the Milk Makeup Translucent Light Setting Powder to set this. And I'm just going to take this brush. This is the BH Cosmetics 129 brush. And since I don't have any foundation on or anything, I can be as messy as I would like to be. So I'm not really going to stress or worry about fallout or anything. I didn't really have any on this side, but if I get any, it's not the end of the world because I still have to put all the rest of my makeup on. And I'm just going to really rub the setting powder on just like that. So that way everything is fully set and there's no chance of an uneven application. So let's go ahead and begin. This is the brush I use. I went ahead and did my color switch on it so there's no pigment running off. So let's go ahead and jump into this palette. This is again the Cara Beauty Summer Days palette. To start off with, I'm gonna go ahead and start with this color right here, which is Catch Me. I'm going to start very light with this color, like you're barely gonna be able to see it. I only want to pick up the smallest amount because I do want to be able to create my shape before that color is really unchangeable. Like that. Once we have that shape we want, we're gonna work on blending that color and building it up. Okay, so once we have that first color blended and up to the pigment that we want it to be, we're gonna go ahead and go back into that palette. This time we're gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, which is Snorkel. We're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing that we did on the first shade, but we are not gonna bring it as high as we did. Again, just taking that shade and blending it in and buffing those two together to make a seamless blend. Adding a little bit of depth, but still not bringing it as high as that first color. So just like that, you can see that bright color and then the one under it, which is a little bit darker. Next up in this palette, just to deepen it just a bit more, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade right here, which is Set Me Free. Now for this one, I am not going to take it as high. I am going to keep it pretty low about here compared to the other ones. But I am going to start low in my crease just to help me with a guide of how high I need to go by keeping it lower and slowly working my way up. I find that that's the easiest way for me to work with the color. For that deep blue, I am going to take this shade right here, which is Deep Sea. To take that Deep Sea, I'm going to go ahead and grab this brush right here, which is from Lavish. It is their eye shading brush. And I'm going to take some on this brush and tap off the extra. And I'm literally just going to go ahead and draw a line and deepen that line up. Something like that. And then I'm going to go into this brush that we just used. I didn't put any pigment on it yet, just what's left from before. And I'm going to work on blending that. So it'll be something like that. And then I'm going to go into the shade Deep Sea on that Morphe brush. Tap off that extra, of course, and blend that in. So what that line does is give me a baseline of where to put my brush. So as you can see there, it really does help deepen that as well. So it'll look something like that. I know we look absolutely insane right now. Trust the process and stick it through. So you will have something like this. So now I'm going to go into that shade Snorkel, which is the second lightest shade that we use. I'm going to take it on my finger. And I'm actually, where this bald spot is right here, I'm going to apply this color on there. So whenever we lay our glitter down, if there's any gaps that you can see between the glitter, it has that base color. Now I personally don't want the base color to be too dark, so I don't want to pull that down all the way. Since this is such a light glitter, I figured it would be best with a light pigment under, so it'll look something like that. And then I am just going to go on the outer corner. I do want to make sure that this is really deep, so whenever it connects to the glitter. Okay, so this is what it is looking like right now. Now it is time for us to go ahead and add the glitter. So to do this, I'm going to use the glitter adhesives from ABH. And then for the glitter, I'm still in that same palette. And there's the shade right here in the shade Flip Flop. So I'm going to take this glue and I'm going to even wipe off the side, just so that way there's not as much on there. And I'm going to work on applying this. I'm only going to pull it out about halfway. And then I'm going to let that get tacky for a second. Now that that's dried down a little bit, we are going to go ahead and take that glitter. Again, this is in the shade Flip Flop. And I'm going to apply it with my finger, and I'm just going to carefully tap it into where I put that glue and try to keep it as close to where that glue is as possible. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and move into our lower lash line. For that, I will be using this brush only. This is the Lavish Eye Shading Brush. And because I did use it on the other side, I'm going to run it through my color switch real quick so that no pigments come off. And I'm pretty much going to repeat what I did on the top, on the bottom. So starting with this, I'm going to use this shade right here, which is Catch Me. And again, taking some on my brush, making sure to tap it off. And then I'm going to run this right into my lower lash line. And I'm not going to really worry about how far down it's going, because again, I can be as messy as I would like with this makeup look, because I don't have any other makeup on besides my eyes. Okay, so now that that base layer of color is on, I'm going to go into the Snorkel shade, which is the second one that we used. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to apply it, but I'm not going to take it down as far. So the next step, I'm going to go into the shade Set Me Free. And I'm going to keep this one on the back half and only bring it into the middle. And then I'm going to take the shade Deep Sea, and again, keeping that one on the back half only, and I'm not going to bring it as far as the middle. So that is what the lower line is looking like right now. Again, it is a bit of a mess, but we are going to pick it all up and clean it. So to line my lower lash line, I'm going to use this pencil from Urban Decay. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Vivid. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this into my lower lash line. Okay, so that is what this is looking like with the eyeliner. So now I'm going to go ahead and pop on some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Originals. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this like I would normally do. And then I'm not going to worry about if my top lashes look perfect, because I do want to go ahead and throw falsies on with this look. So then I'm going to go ahead and also do my bottom lashes. That is what it is looking like right now. I'm going to let the mascara dry really quick, and then I'm going to put on flash lashes, and I'm going to do the rest of my face, and I will be right back. These are the Mink Wispies. Okay guys, so this is the final look with the lashes on, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I hope to see you in the next one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Bye!